Welcome to our next video. Today we're continuing with integers and we're going to be doing section 2.2. So you should write this at the top of your notebook again. And then you should also write that today's topic will be adding two or more integers. And what I have up here for you is a diagram to kind of introduce integers. Each one of our red indicate a negative number, and each one of the black indicate a positive number. You know, you're digging the neon blue there. So what this situation would represent would be -4, so we have 4 negative, and +2. And if we wanted to put these together, well, what we had learned in the last section is if you have a negative and a positive, they should cancel out. They equal 0. So you take one away, and then you add it back in. This will equal 0. So these two numbers here, if we put these two together, they actually will equal 0, and we can take them out of our problem. And then the same thing here. Another positive and negative can go together. I'm taking the plus sign with me. So back in our original problem, -4 plus 2 actually ends up giving us a result with 2 negatives left over. So -4 plus 2 will equal -2. This was just a little visual diagram to explain what we're going to be doing today, how you can be thinking about it. I don't expect that you're going to be drawing red and black circles to do every problem. But I wanted to explain to you why when you're adding a group of negatives and when you're adding a group of positives, where we're getting this answer from. And basically what's happening is you're canceling out those two, the two that have a positive and negative. Those can subtract out, and so on. So essentially, you're actually subtracting and getting our answer. All right, let's do a few examples. All right, part 1, we're going to have 4 parts today. So I write down part 1. Additive inverse property. And the additive inverse property is trying to explain to us when we have one red negative and one black positive, when you add them together, they're going to equal 0. And that actually has the name additive inverse. So go ahead, write that down. If I'm going too fast, remember, again, you can pause, you can rewind me. It's like magic. So today I have an additive inverse. This example, I want to know what the additive inverse of 27 is. I want to know what number, if I add it to 27, will give me 0. You should have thought it will be -27. We're just going to take the opposite. Additive inverse of -6 will be +6. You do not need to write a plus in front of it. It is understood that if you write a number without a sign, it is a positive number. So you do not need to be redundant and write +6 there. Just write 6. Okay, part 2. This time we're going to be adding integers with the same sign. Same sign, important. So part 2 we're doing same sign, both positive or both negative. So, what you're going to do, let's look at an example first before I actually give you the rule. And I'm going to use my little chips here to help illustrate the example. 3 plus 4. This is probably like a first grade problem. I'm pretty sure you can handle it. Positive. We have 3 positives together, and then we have 4 positives. If we were to put all these together and count up how many we have 7 positives. So this would equal 7. We can just put all these together. Nothing cancels out here. We don't have any negatives. Okay, here. If I was to do this problem, we have -5. That would be 5 red chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're adding to it 4 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4. Altogether, there is no black chips in this problem. So we're only just dealing with all positive numbers or all negative numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 negative numbers. So our answer is -9. The rule in words is you're adding the absolute value, and this was a term we talked about last section. Absolute value is the positive of the number, the distance it is away from 0. So we're adding the absolute value of the integers and keeping the sign that they both have. Absolute value of 3 is 3. Absolute value of 4 is 4. 3 plus 4, 7. These are both positive. Our answer stays 7. This is what you should be thinking in your head. Okay? I don't need to see this written down. I expect you know how to do these problems, especially since that's more like a first grade problem. Same thing here. Now we just have negatives. Absolute value of negative 5 is 5. Absolute value of negative 4 is 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. And then you're going to keep the sign that they both have, that negative sign. Following suit. Here, I should be thinking 6 plus 3 is 9. These were negative, so my answer should be a negative 9. Over here, 9 plus 6 is 15. That's part 2. Same sign adding integers. Okay, let's do different signs. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. Part 3, another subtitle in your notes. Adding integers with different signs. All right, before I give you the rule, let me show you an example with our little chips. Move this one. No, I can't move them. They're attached. Positive 7 plus a negative 4. So this is similar to the problem we did in the beginning of class, in the beginning of the section here. We have plus 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 positive. 4 negatives. 1, 2, I'm making that smaller. 3, and 4. To do this, remember you're going to use the additive inverses, the add to 0, to be able to cancel them out. So this black and this red are going to go away. They're going to go back and equal 0. This black and this red also go away to equal 0. This black, another pair, and one more pair. And what you have left is your answer. We have 3 blacks left. So that means we have a positive 3 left. And if you notice, we have a 7 and a 4. And if you were to subtract 7 minus 4, you would get 3. The only determination is what sign are we going to use, a positive sign or a negative sign. And the sign is going to come from these two numbers. The one with the larger absolute value. 7 is larger than 4. We'll take the sign. 7 is positive, so our answer is positive. Okay. That rule. Subtract the absolute value of the integers. So you're subtracting 7 and 4, you're getting 3. Even though we're adding integers, even though it says addition, you're subtracting because we have 2 different signs here. And take the sign of the integer with the greater absolute value. Okay. So let's do another one. Again, pause me if I'm going too fast. Negative 9 plus 10. What you should be thinking in your head. And I want to see this written down. Different signs, so I subtract. 10 minus 9 is 1. And I'm going to take the sign of the larger number, larger absolute value. 10 is larger than 9, so I'm going to have a positive answer, positive 1. Over here, different signs, so I subtract. 9 minus 2, 7. 9 is larger than 2, so my answer is a positive 7 because 9 was positive. Last one. 8 and 15 subtract because they're different signs. 15 take away 8 is 7. Take the sign of the larger. 15 is larger than 8 absolute value-wise, so you take the sign negative. All right, one more part. We're going to put this all together with multiple numbers being added. So part 4, adding 2 or more integers. To do this, you're going to do 2 at a time. You're going to bring this down similar to the order of operations. And you need to remember the rules in your head. I'm just going to look at these 2 numbers, forgetting about anything that's after it. These are the same sign. Same sign means you put them together and keep their sign. 8 and 4 is 12. negative, keep the negative. Bring down the part that we didn't work with, plus 8. Now here's your new problem. -8 plus, -12 plus 8. Different signs. Different signs means you subtract to cancel out all those additive inverses. 12 minus 8 is 4. And you take the sign of the larger number. 12's absolute value is larger than 8's absolute value. So my answer is -4. Okay. I have, let's see, I think 2 problems. These 2 problems I'm going to leave for you to do right now in your notebook. Bring them to class so we can go over them tomorrow with any questions. Make sure that you've taken all these notes that you need, written all the examples down that we've done, and have these 2 problems completed. These will be the first 2 that we'll go over in class tomorrow. All right, thanks and have a good night.